2014年，《魔鬼终结者》以640万美金预算闯出全球超过7800万票房，让原本睡车子的导演詹姆斯·卡麦隆一战成名，并让来自奥地利的阿诺从此和魔鬼两字结下不解之缘。
Come with me if you want to live.
1991年，阿诺和卡麦隆再度联手推出续集，不但成本以下15倍票，以1亿美金天价成为当年影史预算最高的电影，更写下全球5亿票房打破纪录。阿诺从大反派扶正超帅的液态机器人 T1000，更是第一个完全用电脑制作的电影主角。
What is your favorite part for the original film?
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
The original one? I think when he goes into the police station.
I'll be back.
Oh my God, it's mayhem.
T2 was the film I really connected with as a kid. You know, I think I just remember like drilling that at a young age, and you know, I kind of idolized the young John Connor character. I love that chase in the LA River with the truck driving off the overpass, and you know, him walking out of the flames, the T1000. I mean, that's still one of my favourite sequences with Arnold on the Harley with the shotgun one hand.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, it's so iconic and cool.
Did you try to run like T1000?
I didn't. You know, fortunately, my bones were of organic matter, so I just kept things human.
I really don't count the amount of times that I see my movies. I think that, you know, originally when the movie comes out, you see it a few times. But then when my kids were born, and they started getting interested in my movies, and they started becoming aware of that I make movies. You know, then of course I sometimes had to sit with them there and show them certain things that they've heard in school. But you got to see this movie, and they said, "Daddy, you never told me that you did a Terminator movie, or you never told me you did a Conan movie and stuff." So then you see it a few more times. Nice to see you.
Were you nervous when you met Arnold for the first time?
Yes. Yes, I was very nervous because you've no idea. You've no idea what's going to walk through the door. So it was very intimidating. But he is such a charming, gorgeous man that he kind of got rid of everyone's fears quite quickly.
Hello, Calories. It is nice to meet you. Are you kidding me?
No, I wasn't nervous. You know, I've had the pleasure of working with some wonderful, you know, very recognisable names and faces in the last few years, and I think that desensitizes you somewhat to, you know, someone's kind of power and stature. I was excited about meeting him. I'm a big fan of his, but you know, Arnold's very easy to sort of be around, and he has a lot of fun. He was very happy to be out there on the set. I don't think I would have been nearly as excited to be in a Terminator film without him.
Well, I was fascinated actually. He came in through the room. You see the big ring on his finger, with a t-shirt on, tight, big belt buckle. You know, and then he sits down in, "I am Arnold," and you just, of course you're going, he goes, "Hi, mate." Of course you are, I know you are. I mean, you know, it's one of those funny, everybody knows who Arnold is, you know. He's a guy that still stops traffic. And then, you know, then the next thing I noticed was his cowboy boots.
Was there any interesting story on the set?
Arnold, you know, playing chess. You know, in the makeup trailer one day, you know, "What did you do on the weekend, Arnold?" And he said, "I flew to India and met with Prime Minister Modi." And you go, "Yeah, okay, yeah, of course, that's what Arnold does on the weekend."
It's really good with the fight scenes. To me, the whole time was always the question of how they're going to do the face replacement, how they do the head replacement, how did they do the changing of the body? Because he has the Mr. Universe physique, but it wasn't exactly the same body I have, because everybody is different. So, you know, so they did with technology again a really great job in making it all possible.
And which is more difficult, being the governor, the Terminator, or being Arnold?
I think that if you're passionate, and if you're going all out and trying to do your best, each one of the jobs are very difficult to do. And because you're trying to give you everything. But I think there is a difference between being a public servant and being an actor. I think if you're a public servant, then you have to think about the 38 million people in your state, like in California, and your responsibilities to their safety and to make life better for them and all this. So it's a more serious kind of a situation. And It's a more like 24 hours, 7 days a week kind of a job where you can't really disconnect.
Come with me if you want to live.
这剧每一集都是男生讲出来的经典台词，这回第一次由女主角新生代女星艾米莉亚·克拉克诠释。她因为影集《冰与火之歌》龙皇后崭露头角，但这次可是全新的挑战。
You look very cool, tough, and know every weapon very well.
Thank you very much. Acting. Yeah.
But it must come from very difficult training, right?
Yeah, definitely was. I really had to get stuck in there, and I knew that I was the only girl, so I knew that I had to be better than the boys, obviously. So yeah, I trained quite hard.
Did Arnold say very nice to you eventually?
Eventually, he got there. Very nice. I got that. I think it was after the grenade launcher.
And the car chase sequence is very cool too. You and Jai need to shoot in the movie ambulance. Was it the most difficult stunt?
That was a difficult stunt. Yeah, I think for one of those moments we were kind of attached, so we wouldn't fly out the back. But yeah, that was definitely one of the trickier ones.
女生都这么糙了，男生更不用说了。
I saw the bureau. You and Jai had to run in the middle of the gunfire and explosion.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt?
That was a massive, big sequence. I mean, that sequence, took a day to set up. There was a lot of explosions and planes. So when you do that, they want to get that in one take. I think we had to do two. There's a lot of pressure on something like that. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Did you rehearse a lot to run in the?
Yeah, you rehearse it a bit, but there's not much you can do because they can only set things off once and they're gone. Then they dropped a big plate down and you can't reset that because So it was like, okay, they asked, you got to get eye lines right for things that are going up. We've got to look together. Are you ready to do it? And you look at each other and you go, okay, yeah, I think we're ready to do it. Let's do it. You want me? I'm right here! I was never going to build up and be, weights because Arnold, that's what Arnold does, and Jai was big. So I did a lot of, Pilates, just being physically, trying to bring a lightness and an ease of movement to John that would work with the graphics, with what was going on CGI-wise. And then a lot of reading of science fiction and, books to understand technology.
3, 2, 1, action! Real action, as much as you can. I've never ever seen a huge bus flip dead high through the air, but it was done with ramps, with explosives, with cables, and with all kinds of means to get that bus flying through the air and twisting in air and then crashing down and sliding.
Would I get to do the naked entrance like Arnold did?
Now you go through the script and you read that and you go, oh, thank God, no, I don't do that. Okay, yeah, so they're going to send... Yeah, no, I checked to make sure whether I was going to do that or not, yeah.
男主角杰寇特尼可没这么好运，重点部位每天剃毛，粘了再粘，全裸上阵。
Was it easy to wash it off?
Sometimes not. I mean, they have solvents, they have things that kind of, help remove it, but it was one of those things you would discover some residual glue occasionally from time to time, which is it's unpleasant at that point. Get down!
The kissing scene, were you nervous because Arnold is standing in the middle of you and Jai?
Oh, yes, that definitely. That was slightly awkward. Nothing could be more awkward than naked harness time traveling, but that kiss comes a close second, for sure. Yeah.
Hi Taiwan, I'm Jason Clarke. I play John Connor in the upcoming Terminator Genisys. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Hi Taiwan, Jai Courtney here. Go and check out Terminator Genisys in theaters now or soon, depending on when you're seeing this. Can't wait. Thank you.
以为这样就结束了吗？能亲自见到终结者本尊，怎么能不来一句
I'll be back.
What?
I always want to say I'll be back the right way. Can you teach us how to say it the Arnold way?
First, show me how you say it.
I'll be back.
A little slower. I'll be back. Good.
And the new catchphrase, I'm old but not obsolete.
Old, not obsolete. I'm old but not obsolete.
Is it your idea?
But no, I mean, first of all, we don't even know if this will be the new catchphrase. You know, we never know until the movie comes out. Then the audience, the kids will pick their own phrases from the movie. And when I said I'll be back, I didn't have the wildest idea that anyone would ever repeat this line. And then all of a sudden it took off. Yeah.
Surikana, seatbelt.
Hi, Taiwan. I can't wait for my movie to come out over there. I hope you enjoy it. Hasta la vista, baby.
Thank you very much.
Sure.